It starts tomorrow!
Can you wait? Go-getters! It's brilliant. Now, what we were doing is travelling around the country in a camper van, which is a bit like an ice cream van, except there's no ice cream.
Right.
And we've got lots of different tasks to do and things to collect.
Like what?
Well, if you watch tomorrow, you'll see the yellow team collecting a Christmas tree and decorating. That's with Curly. And the green team having their photo taken with a camel, which looks like Keith Chegwin. But the red team tomorrow, watch them sing their jingle. If you see us around, and we're in your town, we're gonna have go-getters! We're dressed in red, in a mobile shed. We're gonna have go-getters! We're living in a shed, living in a mobile shed. We're living in a shed, living in a mobile shed.
And there's more stuff like that.
Absolutely, isn't it fantastic? Can you wait?
It looks
Go-getters
like it.
tomorrow. It's just
Go-getters,
absolutely,
4:45
utterly
tomorrow.
Brilliant.
In my job, preparation is everything. But if I get hungry between meals, I lose my concentration. Marathon takes care of that. Because it's packed with peanuts, it's so satisfying. It helps keep me going, which means I stay on top. And then I'm ready to tackle anything.
Marathon really satisfies.
Bar's Iron Brew, made in Scotland from girders.
Applying Johnson's baby oil to wet skin actually seals in moisture. Johnson's baby oil for baby soft skin.
And that's it. Cash is the champion.
Cash, 3 sets to love, 7-6, 6-2, 7-5.
My goodness, where's he off to? And the crowd are really enjoying this.
Oh, beauty, mate.
Well, that's quite extraordinary. I've never seen that before. What a wonderful moment.
Another golden moment from Golden Wonder.
Hey, buddy. Take me to the best burger place in town.
Darling, this is Mr. Weinberger from Texas. He's joining us for dinner.
I wish you wouldn't keep doing this. Your prize burger, Mr. Weinberger.
That was every bit as good as the burgers back home. This place sure does take some beating.
And it also takes all major credit cards.
New prize burger from the Bird's Eye Steakhouse, the best grill in town.
Clark's Hardware. The challenge continues.
Set a competition to draw a scally. These are the prizes, and these are the winners.
Debbie Living, who comes from Stourbridge, says this is Jerry on the telly on the right.
And this is Mark Hesford from Bolton. And here's Rolf.
It's Rolf Cartoon Club! You can join today! What? G'day! Welcome to Rolf's Cartoon Club! Have you ever had your mind go blank?
I worried you for a minute there.
No. A good game to play is to do some doodling. If you can't think of a thing to draw, do a bit of doodling and see if you can work out something to do. Like this. Shut your eyes and just do a bit. Now you've got to try and work out something that you could make out of that. Yes, I've got it. F-A. Have you worked out what it is yet? Yes, you can see what it is, can't you? Can't you? No, you can't. And we can make that his ear there, and his bottom lip there, and a little cleft in the chin, a few whiskery bits, and some hair. How does that work? Yeah, that works. It's a magnificent game you can play with your mates. Do a squiggle, pass it on, and the next person can add a squiggle or try and make something out of that original squiggle, or you can have a great bunch of people and have bits of paper going around. Try it. It's Rolf Cartoon Club! You can join today! Rolf Cartoon Club! Rolf Cartoon Club! Rolf Cartoon Club! What's the plan? You've each got a few seconds, have you? Yeah. Quick. That's good. You next. Oh. 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 Good heavens above. Oh! Stop! Oh, we'll finish that line, because otherwise run it right off the page. That's it. Good. Now, see if you can see any shapes of any recognisable cartoon characters that you might have ever seen.
There's sort of a smile there.
Yeah. Hey, what about you two? What about that film you made? Yeah. What does that look like? What sort of shape is that?
The tail of the whale.
Tail of a whale. And what about the bulldog? See the big bulldog? That could be his teeth and the eyes there, and these two bits could be his ears. Can you see that? I'll tell you what you could do. Put another piece of paper on top of that, on the computer over there, and then you could start with that first line because that's where it starts, see it there? Yeah. And you could draw the red, and you could take a shot of that on the computer and draw the green, and then you could shoot that whole thing and see the line developing on its own. Talking about developing, metamorphosis, do you know what that means? Changing one shape to another shape? Yeah. Do you know what the rules are for that? Say we had a shape like that, with a couple of eyes and a mouth like that. And imagine at the other end we had a shape like that. I'm just making up like a shape like that, all right? Now, we've got to change that to that. How do we do it? We go for the middle position, something which is halfway between that and that, and put him there. So
round off the edges of the top.
We'll go from this way, shall we? So we'll round the edges of that thing like that, and we'll make it a round thing like that. Do you see what I'm saying? And then go from a round cross, and will there be any lines happening? Where will those lines be going? Maybe those two lines could turn into one of those. Yes. Say we make that line into the bottom one. So he's got to get across from there to there. So he maybe will be there, heading across to get there, all right?
Right.
And this line, will we make that the nose?
Yeah.
So the nose has got to be heading up there and getting longer
see what I'm saying? And then these two could be the eyes. So they could be going up, each one of those could be going up and getting shorter. So then you do a halfway position between that and that. And if you've got any more paper, you can do a halfway position again. So when you shoot each one of those in sequence, you've got a marvellous thing which goes, and if you want to make it smoother, you do a million more drawings and make each move really infinitesimally small.
That's a good line, workshoppers.
It's amazing where a line will lead you. This film, made in 1983 by a lady called Leslie Keane, does exactly that. Takes a line and then goes. Just the imagination creating whatever she wanted it to create. It's called Taking a Line for a Walk. What a good title. Amazing what you can do with just a simple line, animated. Of course, most of the big studios used complicated animation with many different cells. I'll show you how that works. Piece of paper onto the registration pin so you know everything is in the right place, and we'll do a little bit of background on there. We'll put some misty, bluey grey hills off in the background here. And this is the background against which all the other action is going to work. So it's got to be fairly simple, not too much happening on it, otherwise you confuse the action in front of it. Bit of yellow there, and we'll have a bit of yellow up on there so that you get a bit of a greenery effect happening. Oh, that can come a bit closer like that. Let me show you those cells that go on there. The first one I've got is a series of ducks, okay? Put those on. They're pecking away. The second one, I've got all these characters. Rooster, pig, and a cat. And a bunch of bucks pecking away. Couldn't think of the word hen there. I know this one. Moo. Oh, that's it, moo. See how the two cells stick together? And that can cause problems. It did for me, because I was going to correct a little bit of a something on what I thought was the last cell, and of course it was the second last cell with this place of dog, so I'll put pink all over there. But it's in the right register because I had it on these registration pins, so it works. It's just on the wrong level. Here's the last one. Now, let me show you how this works. I've drawn on the front, but I've turned it over and I've painted all the colour on the back there, you see? Not worrying about the black line because that's on this other side, so you don't wreck it, and there's the black line still. So, put him on, and you can see how that all ties in. Gorgeous movement. You can animate each one of those different cells. Okay, let's go to the farmyard. This one was called Wise Little Hen, made by Disney, and it's the first appearance of a character drawn by Dick Lundy, 1934. Donald. So Donald and Peter won't help her grow her corn. Lazy devil. I wonder what they'll say when she asks, will you help me eat my corn? Will help her eat the corn herself. Isn't it amazing what became of the little hen? What became of the pig? What was his name? Right, that pig. They disappeared without trace, you see, and Donald Duck went on to become the big star. How would you create a duck character of your own? I mean, you don't want to keep on copying other people's creativity. Make up your own duck. Go back to nature. Now, the first thing you've got to do, I believe, is you've got to whip the eyes round to the front, because you can't have eyes on the side of the head. It doesn't look human. And you've got to get human expressions to make it work. I mean, you've got to keep the bill, otherwise it's not a duck at all, is it? So we'll have that bill, and it's a rather characteristic bill. It has a little peak like that. But you put the eyes round the front. Shall we make him a British duck? What a good idea. So we'll have him sort of, half closed eyes like that. A monocle would work. Perfect. Make him very British indeed. You'll slip that. Oh, perfect. See, we've got a collar there, so we can have him with a very white collar. And as he's British, we can make it a wing collar, folded over there like that. And the other side folded over there. And his old school tie coming round here. That's correct. Boom, 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 boom. And the old school tie down there. Zip, 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 zip. Zip, 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 zip. Now, his neck would go up here. Now, we'll get a little body, because I'm running out of space otherwise. And a couple of feet, and perhaps some spats. Very old-fashioned spats buttoning up down the side there on his feet. So he's a British, sort of a city gent type duck. Here's a spat there on the other one. And this wing can be carrying, of course, what else? The rolled umbrella. And to cap it all, you've guessed it in one, the bowler hat. Right. Create your own characters. Don't copy everybody else's. See you on Rolf's Cartoon Club next week.
It's Rolf's Cartoon Club. You can join today. Rolf's Cartoon Club. Rolf's Cartoon Club. Rolf's Cartoon Club.
That's Rolf. Now, tomorrow, apart from Go-Getters, we've got a special programme about the making of the film Danny, the Champion of the World. Thank you, Timmy.
That's an I'm an Utterly Brilliant sticker, which is one of the 16 utterly sticky stickers inside the How to Be Utterly Brilliant book, which you need to learn.
That's one of the worst plugs I've seen today, Timmy.
Brilliant. Now then, don't forget Go-Getters tomorrow, and also Whack-A-Day, of course.
I'm going to get you a Jerry's jackhammer. Go-Getters tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye.
Well, next this afternoon on Grampian, it's Home and Away, and today Elsa comes to the school in search of Barbara. Find out what happens after this.
Ah, that orange Fanta fizz. Listen to the beat of the bubbles on your tongue. You can feel the fizz of the Fanta going down. When orange fizzes, it's Fanta. When orange fizzes, it's Fanta.
Take home a Gino Ginelli ice cream on Piazza Italia. Italian chic, Italian style, Italian verb, Italian cool, toffee fudge, chocolate, mint choc chip, tutti frutti, what a cutie. Take a Gino home with you.
Gino Ginelli, the ice cream sensation.
Gino, oh Gino Ginelli.
Well, at 6:30 tonight here on Grampian in Emmerdale Farm, Nick takes drastic action against Alan. That's later. Now we're going home and away.
You know we belong together.